You're listening to the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast, where we cut through the noise and get straight to what really works for real people. This is more than just losing weight. It's about gaining life and doing the things you never thought you could do, building lasting confidence and creating a body and mind you truly love. I'm your host, John Adams. I've spent years refining a transformative, sustainable plan that's realistic, balanced, and proven to work. I've lost over 100 pounds using this plan, and I'm on a mission to share the strategy that changed my life and help others by sharing what I've learned to help build the life they truly deserve. Welcome to episode 6 of the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, John Adams. And if you're tired of the same old weight loss advice that never seems to work in real life, you're in the right place. Today, we're tackling a question that so many people ask, sometimes in frustration and sometimes in complete desperation. Why can't I lose weight? I hear it all the time. John, I'm eating healthy. I'm working out. I've tried every diet under the sun and still nothing. Either the weight won't come off, or when it does, it comes right back like it never left. Does this sound familiar? If you've ever felt this way, trust me, you're not alone. And let me just say, I get it. I've been there. Today, we're going to break down exactly why this happens, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Because when you understand what's really holding you back, you finally have the power to change it. Now, I apologize in advance, but reason number 1 is going to sound a bit harsh, but please stick it out and hear me. So let's jump right into it. Reason number 1. Now, I said that this is going to sound harsh, but lack of desire. I know what you're thinking. John, of course I want to lose weight, but wanting something and truly desiring it are two different things. Desiring it is a level that actually drives action. Wanting is something completely different. They're two different things. Think about it. Have you ever thought you wanted something only to realize later that you didn't actually want to put in the effort? For me, it was magic tricks and illusions. When I was younger, I got really into card tricks. I practiced for hours. I learned sleight of hand, misdirection, and all the cool techniques that I saw magicians use. And honestly, I got pretty good. But then I hit a wall. And I realized that really, to become great at all and take it to the next level, it was going to require way more time, effort, and honestly, a lot more money than I had or that I even expected. And suddenly, I wasn't as interested in it anymore. The idea of being an incredible magician was fun. The reality of putting in the work, not so much. That's what happens with weight loss. We like the idea of losing weight. We want to feel better. We want to have more energy. And we want to love how we look. But the reality sets in. The discipline, the consistency, the daily choices. We realize that maybe we don't want it as much as we thought. So ask yourself this: do I truly desire this enough to do what it takes? If the answer is yes, great. I'm so glad that you're here. But if it's not, that's okay too. Still stick around, but be honest with yourself, because real change, I mean real change, requires commitment. Now, my Living 95 system is so different than diets. It's not all or nothing, but it still requires commitment, real commitment. Reason number 2, you're stuck in that all or nothing that I just mentioned. Now, this is a big one. How many times have you said to yourself, if I can't do it perfectly, I might as well not do it at all? Well, I already messed up today. I'll just start over Monday. These are all or nothing mindsets, and they kill your progress. Here's the truth. Perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. If you eat one unhealthy meal, it doesn't erase all your progress. If you skip a workout, you don't have to wait until next week to start again. The key is to keep moving forward even when you're not perfect. Because here's the deal. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never mess up. They're the ones who don't let a mess up stop them. Again, that's right why I've got Rocky right behind me hanging on the wall. It's all about life knocking you down. And it's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up and keep going forward. So I want to ask you a question. This is going to sound a little funny, but this will put this all in perspective, what I'm talking about here with all or nothing. If you drop your phone on the ground, do you just stomp on it and break it completely because you dropped it? No. You pick it up, maybe you dust it off, and you keep using it. You've got to treat your health the same way. Messing up doesn't mean quitting. It just means learning and continuing. Reason number 3, you're playing the short game. Diets don't fail because they don't work. Now, you're going to say, John, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You say diets don't work. They work in the short term. Okay? So diets do work, but in the short term. So let me rephrase this now. They fail not because they don't work. They fail because they work for the short term. They work for a little while. If you're just looking for quick results, you're setting yourself up for long-term failure. Here's why. Extreme diets make you miserable. Once you stop the diet, the weight comes back because nothing actually changed. Weight loss is not about suffering for a few months and then going back to normal. It's about changing your normal. The people who succeed aren't the ones who find the perfect diet. They're the ones who build habits that last, habits that fit into your life. So if you're struggling, ask yourself, am I looking for a quick fix or am I willing to play the long game? And last, and probably the biggest reason of them all, reason number 4, you don't have the right system. Let's get real. It's not about willpower. You don't need more motivation. You need a better system. Okay? I gave you the phone example. Now in this one, brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning and say, do I feel like brushing my teeth today? Do I feel motivated enough to do it? No, you just do it because it's a habit that you've built over a life of brushing your teeth. If you have to rely on motivation every single day, you're going to fail. Not just at weight loss, not just at your health, but at everything. If motivation is the only thing driving you, you're going to fail. Motivation comes and goes. Systems stay. So instead of saying, I just need to try harder, start asking, how can I make this easier? Can you meal prep on Sundays to remove the fatigue of making decisions on your meals all week long? Or not having something ready and feeling like McDonald's is the only quick fix? Even if it's just going for a walk, can you lay out your clothes that you're going to walk in or work out in the night before? Can you make healthier foods more convenient? Have them handy and ready. Easy meals that aren't these gourmet meals that you've got to prepare for hours. Because when you create a system that works for you, it stops being a struggle and it becomes second nature. So let's recap. Why can't you lose weight? It's probably one or all 4 of these things. Number 1, lack of true desire. You like the idea of it, but you're not going to fully commit. Number 2, all or nothing thinking. You believe you have to be perfect. So that one mistake just throws you off completely. Number 3, playing the short game. You want quick results instead of lasting change. Number 4, no systems in place. You're relying on willpower instead of creating habits that make success automatic. Now, this is the big one.
If you don't have a system in place, you're consistently relying on motivation and willpower. And let's be real, those run out fast. On that note, I've actually had a few listeners reach out to me outside of the comments asking if I have a coaching program because they like the fact that I'm just like you. Honestly, when I started this podcast, that wasn't even on my radar. My goal was just to put out helpful, no BS advice in an informal way and pay forward what I have used to change my life for the better. But after hearing from more than just a few of you, I've decided it's time to take what I've done, losing over 100 pounds, dropping my A1C from a terrifying 13.4 down to 5.5, and getting my blood pressure and cholesterol to healthy levels, and actually build it into a formal, followable system. To be completely honest, living 95 has kind of become second nature to me. It's just how I live now. So I know I'm going to need to take a lot of time to break it down in a way that makes sense step by step, so that when I do put this coaching program out there, it's 100% perfect and something I can stand behind and feel great about. Until then, please keep tuning in every week for the podcast and check out my Moving in the Morning motivation. Every weekday morning, I'm doing this now. When I leave the house, on the road doing my rideshare, and the first time I stop, which is usually to put gas in the car, I'm recording my Moving in the Morning motivation. Check it out. It's on my YouTube shorts, it's on TikTok, and my Facebook reels. The goal's always the same: helping you make real, lasting changes. So what's one thing that you can change today? I ask this every podcast, and I'm going to keep asking it. What is one thing you can change today? Think about it, and let's start making real, lasting progress. That's it for today, guys. And if this episode helped you, please do me a favor. Share this with a friend who might need to hear it also. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe so you never miss an episode. As always, stay healthy, stay balanced, keep driving forward. I'll see you next time.